So Clemson really struggled at safety last year. That's not a secret to anybody. Clemson fans, we had to suffer through it all year. The safeties just looked terrible at times last year. And honestly, against modern offenses today, the safety position is playing more of an important role. We're starting to see a lot more three safety looks on defense to match up against modern offensive schemes. And that's something that's just going to have to continue moving forward. So the safety position is becoming increasingly more important. They're going to be asked to do more and more things, cover slot receivers, play inside the box. So we have to have a huge improvement this year. Fortunately for us, Clemson's going to return their top four safeties. You look at guys like Andrew Makuba, Jalen Phillips, R.J. Mickens, and Tyler Venables. To get all four of them back is pretty big. You look at a guy like Andrew Makuba, who just literally couldn't stay healthy last year, played banged up all year, was also forced to play out of position at corner. And he was a freshman All-American 2 years ago, and then he was a huge liability on defense last year. I think he was one of our worst defensive players. Pro Football Focus graded him really poorly. He's a guy that's just going to have to make a huge leap in year two and get back to where he was as a freshman. And I think staying healthy in the secondary all year is going to help him. He's going to play more safety and nickel, more natural positions for him. The coaches have already said he's added 10 pounds of muscle to his frame. He got down to 180 last year, which is ridiculous for a safety, but he's up to about 190, and hopefully he can continue to add more weight. I would love for him to be able to get around 200 pounds with also that same athleticism. I'm looking for him to have a huge bounce back year. Jalen Phillips is a guy who opted out of the NFL draft. He's coming back for his fifth season. Adding that veteran presence in the room is obviously big. R.J. Mickens, playmaker, very versatile safety, can play three different safety positions. He can play, the strong safety, free safety, and nickel. A lot of interceptions from him. So entering his fourth year, along with Tyler Venables, another guy in his fourth year, smart, instinctual player. Those four guys, a lot of veteran depth. I don't think many teams in the country have four guys with that much experience returning into the room. And then we also bring back Sherrod Coville from his freshman year. I thought really flashed for us when he came onto the field. He's a thumper, very athletic, physical, loves to hit. We don't really have a safety like that in our room, so he's unique in that regard. Those five guys, I think they're going to play a ton this year, and I'm looking for that group as a whole to make a huge jump. And we also bring back redshirt freshman Kylan Griffin, and based off what the coaches have said about spring so far, he's made a huge improvement from last year, playing on scout team all year. That obviously helps him moving forward. So bring back 6 total guys. I think 5 of them, the ones I mentioned before, Sherrod Coville, Tyler Venables, R.J. Mickens, Jalen Phillips, Andrew Makuba. I think you can go win the ACC and also compete for a national championship with those 5 guys. And then we signed 3 really, really good safeties, 3 4-star safeties, Kylen Webb, Robert Billings, and Khalil Barnes. And I think all 3 of these guys, the word to sum them up is versatile. Again, safeties have to be able to play multiple positions in today's scheme. And we got these guys that can play the strong safety, play the free safety, nickel, and even dime. We got 3 guys, similar skill sets to Makuba, in my opinion. Guys that can really cover slot wide receivers, guys that also can play safety, and also guys that can make tackles in open space. And so they're going to be moved all over the field. I imagine they're going to learn multiple positions. It's going to be a lot of information right at the start for them. Probably all 3 of them are going to have to redshirt because they're going to be thrown so much information at them. But I love the potential that they have. Defenders just have to be versatile in today's game, more of that positionless defensive player type stuff. And so I think that's what we got with all 3 of these guys. And so we're going to watch on film, and we're going to start with the highest rated guy, Kylen Webb, on film. This is a kid who missed his entire senior season with injury, so all we have access to is his junior tape. But what I mean by versatile, you can see it on tape. A guy that played literally all over the field in high school, long, athletic kid, great ball skills right here, and you can just see the footwork, right? The acceleration, the speed at safety, breaking tackles. So I think the coverage ability is definitely there. More athleticism on a punt return. So I think with this kid, you're going to see the footwork on that opening play, the ability to change direction, put your foot in the ground, and get going full speed. That translates perfectly to today's defense. I think he also shows on tape the willingness to be a thumper. The physicality is there. And so we're getting a really athletic safety that also will put his head down and run through the ball carrier or disrupt wide receivers, just like a play like that. Get his hand on the ball. Again, you can just see the athleticism. Yeah, really good player right here. Again, missed his senior season, so to go from junior year of high school straight to college, I think it's going to be a tall ask for this kid. Probably definitely heading for a redshirt season. Benefiting him, he's already on campus. And you can see right here, making the QB pay for not getting down in time. You love to see that type of physicality. Again, the diversity, ability, look at that, foot in the ground, changes direction, bouncing outside, change direction, right? Staying on his feet, the athleticism to have that play at running back, to move to the safety position, it's going to be great. So, again, very versatile, right? This kid can play multiple positions for us, and this is what you're looking for out of a safety today. I also think he comes with great size, over 6 feet tall, probably a kid that's going to be over 200 pounds. So, great athlete. Mickey Khan got a really good one right here. You can see right here, closing in, and boom, head down, running through the offensive player. Or just running through the ball carrier, and you love that, right? Again, so long, athletic, physical kid, very fast, playmaker. Love getting Kylen Webb. Probably got the red shirt since he missed his whole senior year, but since he's already on campus, that's huge for him. All right, the next guy is Robert Billings. Another versatile player. What you love about his film is, all the plays he makes on special teams is incredible, right? I mean, his teammate drops the punt and then he picks it up and just returns it all the way for a touchdown. And what you see on film, I actually haven't seen as much tape on film. I should say I haven't seen the amount of plays on special teams on film from a guy like this. I mean, he blocks a lot of kicks, blocks a lot of punts. It's actually crazy to see him do that. I mean, to me that just shows you two things. Number one, very athletic, but also incredibly hard worker. Because honestly, blocking kicks and punts is really all about your effort and your willingness to just go full speed at all times. And I mean, you can see it right here, blocking a kick. So again, I mean, you have to be athletic and you have to, go full speed to do stuff like this. So to see that many plays on film is obviously what you're looking for. But, just as a safety position, another playmaker, guy that can make QBs pay, get his hand on the ball. Love seeing that. The tape shows you that he's a great athlete, willing tackler, displays physicality on film. Also think he's a very instinctual player, diagnoses plays early, and obviously has the ability to make offenses pay. And you can see him right here, right? Disrupting the pass. This is perfect what you want. Closing speed, diagnoses it early, and comes on, makes a huge hit on that wide receiver, jars the ball out. You love seeing that. Again, easy playmaking ability, easy interception right there. This is exactly what you're looking for in a modern safety today. He's not on campus yet, but you can see the coverage ability, easy interception right there. And then, athleticism. So another guy, I think, very just like Kylan Webb, very versatile, long, physical type safety, playmaker, can get his hands on the ball. And I'm really excited about him. He's not on campus yet, but when he gets here, again, it has to come up to speed. Probably looking for a redshirt season because of all the experience we return back. But this is a guy. Look out in year two, just like all three of these safeties, could become a problem. All right, so Khalil Barnes, probably the most versatile guy that we have at safety in this class. This is a kid that played wide receiver and corner in high school. One of the best players every time he touched the field. And just the overall absolute playmaker. Again, you'll see it on tape, lots of plays at wide receiver. So imagine the ball skills, the speed, all those different things translating to the safety position. To me, he's a guy that can play free safety, strong safety, nickel, and dime. The coverage ability is going to be there since he played corner in high school. Easy interception right here. And then you can see the athleticism on the return. Again, footwork, change of direction, just the vision to score on that touchdown. That's the offensive skill coming over to defense. Again, more offensive plays. You can just see the vision, the cut, the agility, all that is just there. This is a perfect translation to safety today. He's definitely going to be able to cover slot wide receivers. And so we're really excited to bring on someone like this. Again, Like I said, that the way to describe these people are versatile, easy interception for them, and then making a play after the interception, returning for a touchdown. Right, so we definitely hit a home run with all these kids. We actually pulled Khalil Barnes away from Wake Forest. I think he's they say he's a very intelligent kid, going to do well academically, so you love having that. But also, when you see on tape, the athleticism, the playmaking ability, but just like Robert Billings and Kylen Webb, the ability to put your head down and go hit somebody. You love that. Obviously, in today's game, since the safeties are going to be having to cover corners more often, or safeties are going to be covering wide receivers more often, you really need your safeties to be able to come down and make plays. We obviously know that corners aren't nearly as good at tackling or willing to tackle like safeties are. So a lot of teams like to, pound you when you have three corners on the field. So a lot of teams are moving to three safety looks to help stop the run. And that's exactly what all three of these guys can provide for us. Again, coverage ability is there. He's going to be great for us. I see a lot of Andrew Makuba in him, maybe a little bit more athletic. So really excited about all three of those guys. Khalil Barnes is already on campus. He's been going through springs. I can't wait to watch that spring game, which I'll be at. But those are our three safeties. Huge additions to the room. The fact that we're getting our top 5 safeties back, and even honestly our top 6 safeties back, to have 9 guys in the room, and Mickey Kahn, that's a deep, talented room. Wes Goodwin, again, I said it in the corner video, year 2 for him. He has to make a huge improvement. The talent is there. The secondary was just bad last year. Huge liability on defense. You look at Wake Forest, South Carolina, Tennessee, they torched us in the secondary. But we're literally bringing all of those guys back and adding 6 guys to the secondary that are really talented, really athletic. And so secondary just has to get a lot better this year. And I'm looking for a huge improvement in that regards. I think that back 7 should be the best unit we have. And then hopefully we get something out of our defensive ends, Xavier Thomas and Justin Maskell. We all know our defensive tackles are going to be elite this year. But if we can get anything out of our defensive ends, that back 7 should be elite this year. A lot of NFL guys. I'm excited to see this group. We got to make a huge jump in year 2. Wes Goodwin, he's got to be on the hot seat right now, given the fact that Dabo just fired Brandon Streeter after 1 year as offensive coordinator. Last year, you could really, defend Wes Goodwin. He hadn't been an on-field coach, never really called plays, and so benefit of the doubt. Highly intelligent guy, but we got to see a huge improvement this year. And hopefully that does happen. And it should be led by our back 7 and especially our secondary, given the amount of veteran depth we have coming back. But I can't wait for the season. I know you can't either. But like and comment on this video if you can. That'd be great. It's free. Also, subscribe to the channel. That's free as well. Helps this channel grow. I would love to keep making more content. I would greatly appreciate it. All right, go Tigers.